Hello and welcome back to Bearcast Sports Radio. I'm Miles Essenpreis, joined to you with Colin Kunz as we join you on this blistery cold day here in Cincinnati. While we look at over a foot of snow over the weekend, it is nice, warm, and cozy inside Fifth Third Arena as the Bearcats take on the number 7 in the Big 12 ranked Arizona State Sun Devils. While the Bearcats started the season off rocky, they've put a couple good wins together, notably number 11 ranked in the nation, Iowa State at home. After losing the past two, they look to bounce back. With the Sun Devils, it's almost been the opposite. They had a hot start going undefeated until running into BYU and Provo for the first loss. Since then, it's been rough waters, going 2-2 in their last four. Colin, what does Cincinnati need to do in this contest to right the ship of the season?
Yeah, so Cincinnati, like you said, they're coming off of a big win against Iowa State fairly recently. Kind of a game where they exposed Audie Crooks, gave a lot of other teams the blueprint for that. So that tells you that the coaching is there for this team. Katrina Merriweather, in her second season with the Bearcats, just kind of trying to find her way with Cincinnati and just get them back on track. And really, they've seen a couple go through the hoop here recently. Like you mentioned there, they started off a little slow, starting off the season with 3 losses. But once they kind of found their way, found their footing, they started to get back on track there. And that win against Iowa State really kind of is giving them that momentum. And another win here against a record-wise really good Arizona State team could be really good for this team.
Who are some players to watch out for on the Arizona State side? Names we might hear often.
Yeah, absolutely. So you want to look at a couple here. Obviously, Gabby Elliott leading the team in points per game. She's averaging 16.3 points per game for the Sun Devils, coming off of a 15-point game in their last performance at West Virginia. But also, besides that, you want to look at your other top scorers here for the Sun Devils. McKenna Brackens averaging 14.3 per game, as well as Halosha Carrera, 10.2 per game. Kind of a top-heavy team here for the Sun Devils. It's really those three up there averaging the most points per game. The rest of the team, you know, getting a couple in there, 3 points per game, 4 points per game, but it's really a top-heavy team, and those are the names we're going to be hearing the most today.
And ever since Cincinnati has joined the Big 12, Katrina Merriweather's team has hovered around the middle of the pack mark. 2023-2024, they finished 14-18, 11th in the Big 12. Last year, they went 15-14, above 500, but they still finished 10th in the Big 12. And right now, they sit well below 500 at 7-13, 2-6 in the Big 12, and sitting around the 14 mark in the Big 12. What needs to change for this team to get over the hump in this stacked conference?
Yeah, I mean, it is really difficult because the Big 12 is a really strong basketball conference. But I think one thing that has really been a detriment to the Bearcats is just kind of starting off season slow. Because if you open the season with a couple of losses like they did this season, it's just going to set a precedent for the rest of the season. You know, you don't get those wins early, you kind of get a little down on yourself. And really, I think it's a mentality thing for this team because they've proved that they can beat good opponents. If you look at that Iowa State game, it just really is all about that mentality and making sure that you can stay right in the headspace and just kind of start to string together some wins and try to get back on track.
Another thing to note, this team has struggled with injuries all year. Only a couple players playing and starting all 20 games. Sometimes it can be a question of, can this team get healthy, and when they are fully healthy, can they put those wins together?
Yeah, absolutely, and being healthy is a big thing for this team. I mean, you look at one of their biggest prospects in D. Alexander, who spent a lot of the first season being out due to a lower extremity injury, and you know, that's another one of those things where if you have that player at the beginning of the season, you really get the team to start to gel early. Everybody kind of finds their place, finds their spot, and without that, you know, you're asking different people to step up each game, and it's really hard to get this team into a good rhythm, and so I think injuries have played a really big part in this season and in seasons past.
Something to note as well, Arizona State actually knocked Cincinnati out of the women's Big 12 tournament last year. So maybe the Bearcats look for a little bit of revenge against the Sun Devils just in 3 minutes as the game starts. But for right now, we'll take a break. Coming to you from Bearcast Sports Radio, I'm Miles Essenpreis, joined you by Colin Kunz. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Bearcast Sports Radio. I'm Miles Essenpreis, joined you by Colin Kunz as we go through the lineups here for the Cincinnati Bearcats versus the Arizona State Sun Devils. The starting lineups look Elliot Gabby at the guard, Marley Washenitz at the shooting guard, Last Tier Poa, hailing from Melbourne, Australia. She'll be playing that small forward position, even though she's listed as a guard. Then Aloysia Carrera at the forward, and McKenna Bracken's coming up as the forward in the center position. Interestingly, Arizona State is not a team that plays centers. They very much play small ball with guards and forwards. Looking at the Bearcats, we have Maya Perry. She leads the scoring for the Bearcats, averaging 17.4 a game. Reagan Jackson at the shooting guard position. She's averaging 10.4. She's played in all 20, as has Maya Perry. Then at the small forward position, Kalaya DeVillisi. She averages 15.4, and she's only played in 16 so far. At the power forward position, we have Kylie Torrance. She's played in 19, only averaging 8.6, but snags 7.6 boards a game. And then coming in at the center position, it'll be Destiny Thomas, number 32. She's played 18 at the center position, averaging almost 5 a game, but 5.2 boards a game as well.
Yeah, then you mentioned there Arizona State with that small ball lineup. Only 2 centers listed on their roster. Tamaya Grice, one of the main centers for this team, although she's not in that starting lineup. But then you look at the other one, Martina Fantini. She only played 1 minute in the last game. So you're kind of emphasizing that point that the Arizona State really is a small ball type team, not playing a lot of centers, more guard forward action.
And Fifth Third Arena gets as loud as it can, considering the conditions. Not a huge fan turnout, considering the sub-zero temperatures outside as we brace for, of course, the inclement weather.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely getting ready for some snowy weather outside, but we're looking for some hot basketball here inside of Fifth Third Arena.
Number 4, Kalaya DeVillisi being announced. Arizona State, they started the season 15-0 before running into BYU, but they beat a lot of big names. They beat Penn State, which Cincinnati also went to Penn State and lost 77-82. The Sun Devils beat Penn State 74-60. No slouch of a team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Sun Devils, like you kind of talked about there at the beginning, it kind of has been a recent collapse for them. And even recently, they're coming off a loss at West Virginia. That was their most recent game. Actually, a loss by 10 for these Sun Devils. So both teams currently coming off a loss here. Both teams looking to come into this game angry, see, which team can come out, prevail, and get a win to kind of carry them through the momentum here towards the second half of the season.
And of course, there's been a lot of Bearcat struggles, but one notably, the Bearcats are only 1-6 away, whereas the Arizona State Sun Devils are 6-3 playing away. So while the Sun Devils have only lost out away stadiums, the Bearcats struggle even more, but the Bearcats are just 4-7 at home.
Yeah, not a really great performance at home for the Bearcats. I mean, not a great home court advantage, but still, better record than their away record. So hopefully can give them a little bit of an edge in this game.
And the Sun Devils struggle at away stadiums. They've lost 3 away. That's their only 3 losses on the season, as well as the only 3 losses in the Big 12. They haven't had a loss outside the Big 12. 4-3 right now in the Big 12. They sit at number 7 in the conference.
Yeah, and their Big 12 record kind of attests to them as a team, but also to the Big 12, and just kind of shows the strength of the conference.
And we count down from 10 here to the opening tip-off, Bearcats slapping high fives as they join the Sun Devils, who have already taken the court. Katrina Merriweather trying to rally their troops as we pump it up in Fifth Third Arena. Still awaiting the opening tip-off, which will be between Destiny Thomas and Aloysia Carrera. Referees pause play. Violation on the guards, starting a little bit too close to the tip-off. not quite underway yet. And now we are underway as Carrera picks up the opening tip-off, knocked around a little bit, but it falls to number 13 last year, Poa. Covered by Jackson. Finds the free throw line to number 0, Elliott. Back to Poa. Poa kicks it to the right wing. Now it's number 11. That's Washenitz. Back outside, number 21. Now to number 0, Elliott again on the left wing. She tries to cut inside, nothing there. Fires a 3. It's good for Brackens from beyond the arc.
Strong possession there defensively for the Bearcats.
Steal.
But just a tough shot there for the Sun Devils. I mean, Bearcats kept them on the perimeter the entire time, but just a really nice shot.
Number 10 in the paint. That's Kylie Torrance getting paint points for the Bearcats. Excuse me, the Sun Devils, her foot was on the line, so that is only a 2. Now tied 2-2 with 1 minute gone in the first quarter. Right wing now, that's Poa. Finds it inside to Elliott. She backs down. Now to the right wing to Poa again. She palms the basketball. Screened by number 14. She drives inside to the paint. Bulldozes Reagan Jackson. And it will fall as a foul on Reagan Jackson, making it 4-2.
Yeah, and Poa there with a nice drive inside, grabbing that foul. But you'll see Arizona State already keeping it on the perimeter, and that's kind of what you're going to get when you're working a more small ball lineup like this. You don't have those players that can drive inside and get tough paint points, so we'll have to do it from the outer arc or from the mid-range.
It'll be Poa to shoot the free throws. She'll make the and one complete. DeVillisi will inbound. And Arizona State playing a full court press as Thomas drops the ball, picked back up by the Sun Devils. 3 ball, no good for Gabby Elliott.
And there you go, you mentioned it, that press already working early, forcing a turnover there for the Bearcats, and didn't end up in points, but that's a mistake that you just can't have if you're Cincinnati.
Cincinnati struggling with turnovers as Jackson will pick it up on the right wing. Gets it back to the top of the key. Number 1 drives in, nothing there. Number 10 now, Torrance, 1. Maya Perry fires up a 3 just short on the left wing, finds the iron. Now it's number 0, Gabby Elliott with the cross-court pass, making a layup. Now 7-2, Arizona State out to an early lead.
And that's great work by Elliott to just see that vision, get down the court early, take advantage of that fast break and get some easy points.
Torrance being pressed as she makes it up the court. On the right wing now by the 5th Third logo. She drives inside, still on the right wing, finds Thomas, who loses the ball. Picked up by number 14, that's Carrera, excuse me. And she is fouled by Maya Perry on the fast break.
And there you go, another turnover leading again to another fast break. Not able to get points quite yet, but they'll be going to the line to try to tack some on.
Now, Arizona State is good at forcing turnovers. Their opponent turnover average is 20.9. But the Bearcats are really bad with turnovers. They allow 18 a game.
Yeah, and that's not a combination that you want to hear if you're Cincinnati. I mean, 2 bad worlds there for the Bearcats, and they're really going to have to do their best to hold on to the ball.
Carrera sinks the first free throw, making it 8-2, Arizona State lead. 7 minutes, 51 remain in the first quarter. The second one is up, and it's good, 9-2. And the full court press still being applied. Poa now covering DeVillisi. DeVillisi inbounds, and it's another turnover. Chaos being wreaked by this full court press. Poa at the top of the key. Now to number 11, Washenitz. Gets it to Elliott, now at the top of the key. 3 ball, bounces off the back iron. Board grabbed by Torrance, and it is knocked out of bounds.
Smart work by Torrance there, able to jump up, pull that ball down. She was kind of trapped there on that end line, smartly threw it off the feet of an Arizona defender. Bearcats will take over the possession.
DeVillisi will inbound again, finds Reagan Jackson. They're not giving them any room to breathe. Finds number 25, that's Ndiba. 2 on her, she's trapped. It'll be a jump ball right around the CPAW logo.
Yeah, and the Bearcats here are really struggling with this press. They cannot get the ball inbounded. Every single time, it kind of ends up being a double team or a turnover, and Katrina Merriweather is not happy.
This defense is suffocating the Bearcats. Maya Perry inbounds to DeVillisi, right around the CPAW logo. Finds Jackson, but it's stolen again by Washenitz. She goes for the layup. Off the back iron, it's no good. Rebound, Washenitz. Finds 21 on the top of the key. Now slows it down to Gabby Elliott. She brings it to the CPAW logo. Screen, finds Ndiba in the paint. She puts up a layup, and it falls. 11-2. Arizona State Sun Devils, and Katrina Merriweather is forced to use a timeout. An awful start for the Bearcats.
Yeah, not what you're looking for at all if you're Cincinnati, and this is a very wise timeout from Katrina Merriweather. Things there were definitely starting to get out of hand, and you got to imagine going into this timeout, one of the things that Merriweather is going to want to talk about is trying to break this press that the Sun Devils are imposing on the Bearcats. You got to try to find a way to consistently get the ball inbounded, and more than that, you really got to find a way to hold on to the ball, not turn it over. You really got to think about your passes, try to find the open look. You can't force anything, because the Sun Devils are really taking advantage. They're turning all of those turnovers into fast break points. And Sun Devils on a 9-0 run over the last 2 minutes.
The Sun Devils' defense has been proven as extraordinary. They allow almost 57 opponent points a game. They average 8 steals a game, or 10 steals a game, excuse me. And they force 21 turnovers. This is just a recipe for disaster for this already struggling Cincinnati offense.
Yeah, absolutely not good at all. Bearcats already with 4 turnovers, and we're only about 4 minutes into the game.
And while this is a recipe for disaster here so far, the Bearcats look to come back. We'll take a break here at Bearcats Sports Radio. I'm Miles Essenpreis, joined you by Colin Kunz. We'll be right back. And we return to Fifth Third Arena to discuss more of the Bearcats' struggles as we almost resume play. Marley Washenitz, the guard starting for the Sun Devils, had 75 steals last year with Pitt.
Yeah, and that's a really high number, and again, kind of adds to that Sun Devils defense, really bolsters it up, and kind of explains why they're so good defensively.
Washenitz has 1 steal already on the game. They inbound, and Ndiba now trapped on the left side of the court, still not over the timeline. And it's barely grabbed, and it's knocked away by Brackens. Now to Poa. Ball knocked away. They have to slow down play as another turnover for the Bearcats. Now they're top of the key for Poa. She tries to work it inside, finds Gabby Elliott in the paint. She bumps into a woman and finds another bucket for the Arizona State Sun Devils. 13-2, just 3.5 minutes gone. Ndiba now with the ball. And it's knocked out of bounds by last year Poa.
Yeah, and after that first turnover off the inbound, Katrina Merriweather just threw her hands up, did a circle, and sat back down on the bench. And that reaction tells me you got to imagine that she just told her players, you know, how to break this, how to avoid this, and then they go out and do the exact same thing, turn the ball over again.
And Elliott finds a wide open shot from the free throw line. It's too short, finds the front iron. Now it's 21 Brackens. She finds the basket.
Arizona State really taking advantage here of these second chance points, able to get the rebound, able to find another easy bucket there.
Now it'll be D. Alexander on the court, as well as number 33, Delaney Snyder. DeVillisi now working in the right wing by the 5th-3rd logo. She's trapped, and that is a travel on Kalaya DeVillisi.
Yeah, and just another turnover there for Cincinnati, and a mistake that you just can't have. But again, it was that Sun Devil defense just trapping her over in that corner, and that's a tough spot to be. Didn't get much help from anybody else on offense.
Last year, Poa brings it up the court, kicks it to Brackens at the top of the key. She works it inside, and a charge taken by number 9. It'll be a foul on D. Alexander. The Bearcats can't catch a break.
Yeah, not at all.
It'll be Elliott from the right wing jumper. She finds the bucket.
And there you go. Sun Devils now starting to pick it up on offense as well. And now you got both sides of the ball starting to hum for the Sun Devils, and things are just getting dangerous for Cincinnati.
Now it'll be DeVillisi caught on the right wing again. She drives inside, right wing, finds Snyder inside. She hits the bottom of the backboard.
That's a good find there coming from DeVillisi. Decent look in the paint for Snyder, just couldn't get it all the way up there off the glass. And again, just another testament to the defense for Arizona State.
Signs of life, at least for the Bearcat offense. They find the backboard instead of another turnover. Snyder will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, and hopefully Snyder's able to make these here, get at least some more points on the board for the Bearcats. Just, you know, like they say, see one go through the hoop.
5 minutes and 27 seconds remain in this first quarter, 17-2. Make that 17-3 as Snyder sinks her first one. 6 turnovers already for the Bearcats.
Yeah, and Bearcats, they're ending a near 4-minute scoring drought with that free throw.
Snyder puts both in, 17-4 now the score. And now they're applying a press of their own, trying to cause some chaos on the court.
Hey, Coach Merriweather giving Arizona State a little bit of a taste of their own medicine.
It'll be number 1, Williams, now to the right wing to number 11. It'll be in the corner, now right wing, Brackens, three-pointer, off the back iron. Back to Williams. Amaya Williams slows the play down, backs it up to the timeline. Now to the right wing by the 5th-3rd logo. It's stolen away. Can't quite complete the turnover. Back to Amaya Williams. She takes the long jumper, no good. Rebound, DeVillisi. And finally, a defensive stop for the Bearcats as they cross the C-paw. Thinks about it. Will! Hate check does not work out. That bounces off the State Farm logo. Now it's back to Amaya Williams. She crosses the half-court line. She kicks it around. Now it'll be back to number 11. That's Washenitz. Inside now to number 14, Carrera. She puts it over Snyder.
Yeah, and that's tough for Snyder there. If you're standing there down in the paint, you kind of got to stand up and be a little bit stronger than that. Was able to just let Carrera go right past her, and that's an easy bucket for Arizona State.
DeVillisi kicks it to Joya Crawford. Crawford tries to find Snyder in the paint. It's stolen away. Washenitz now. She crosses the C-paw logo to Amaya Williams on the left wing. Sized up by Crawford. Screen applied, nothing there. Double screen. Finds number 14 in the paint, and that's another easy layup for Carrera.
And Carrera again there getting past Snyder, looking to be a little bit of a mismatch down there in the paint. Sun Devils looking to exploit that.
3 minutes, 40 seconds remain in the first quarter. 21-4, the Arizona State lead. DeVillisi tries to get around Washenitz, and it'll be a foul on Washenitz.
And
inbound will go to the Bearcats.
it was looking like some good defense there for a second from Washenitz, able to get the hand up there, but maybe just getting a little bit of too much arm there, not enough ball, and that's going to be called a foul.
DeVillisi attempted the Euro step. Washenitz just a bit too strong. Excuse me, DeVillisi will go to the line for free throws. The turnovers keep racking up for the Bearcats. They have 7 now, 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. DeVillisi will try and cut the lead down. Makes the first one.
Yeah, the Bearcats 7 turnovers, looking conversely to Arizona State's 0 turnovers. Arizona State also with 5 steals. Bearcats with no steals, so kind of looking like a little bit of a mismatch here defensively.
And the second one will rattle in and out. Looking to see what the call is. It'll be out of bounds on the Bearcats. It'll be Deborah Davenport to inbound. Now Williams brings it across the timeline on the right wing now by the 5th Third logo. Finds number 4 in the center of the court. Now to the top of the key. Finds number 24 in the paint. 7 jumps into a woman. Nothing there. That was Martina Fantini. Now DeVillisi pushing the pace on the right wing. Right elbow. It'll be a foul on Amaya Williams, off-ball foul.
Yeah, looking defensively there for the Bearcats. Mary Carden doing a good job standing up in the paint. We do see Snyder did take a seat. Carden there kind of filling her spot. Able to do so successfully there, able to stand up, block that shot from the paint.
Mary Carden. Desperate attempt from Merriweather to try and add some size to this lineup, trying to break this Arizona State spirit. Finds number 14, that's Ramaya Bird, and it is knocked out of bounds off the Bearcats' Ramaya Bird, so it is another turnover. Now, it'll be Amaya Williams. She crosses the C-Paul logo. Finds number 24, that's Davenport, to a Williams. She looks for a pass. She drives inside of the free throw line. It's Carrera. She drives inside. 3 on her. They block her shot. Now it'll be Carden, and it is knocked out of bounds, out of the hands of Carden by Carrera.
Yeah, and Carrera really starting to make her presence known down low there. Putting a lot of big effort in, getting a couple of shots up here on these last couple of possessions. Not able to get that one to fall, but she's really showing some strong effort out there.
Torrance checks in for Bird. DeVillisi finds Carden on the inbound, and it is knocked away again, and that is off the hands of DeVillisi.
And Bearcats still, I mean, we've said it so many times already this afternoon, but they just can't get a break on the inbound.
DeVillisi asking for a replay, and Merriweather will believe her player as they call for an instant replay here.
And I think that's a really good testament to this team, because if your player's saying, you know, hey, I didn't touch that, let's go to the replay. Yeah, like you said, she was kind of signaling that spinny finger, but Merriweather's like, okay, yeah, we'll trust you. You know, I believe you. Let's see if we can get the ball back. And I think that shows some good strength, some good camaraderie on this team, and that's a really good sign.
Merriweather definitely trusts her troops. The turnover total now to 9 with just 2.5 minutes left in this first quarter. 21-5 the score. Arizona State leading. The Bearcats have not had a field goal in the past 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing that you just can't have if you're Cincinnati. 3 out of their 5 points coming at the free throw line after that first field goal early in the game. And Bearcats really struggling to get shots up even. They can't get good offensive looks. They just kind of get trapped on that outer perimeter. We saw a heat check 3 come up. It wasn't a terrible shot, but I mean, the Bearcats can't really get anything at all down low. I mean, Arizona State is just keeping them absolutely locked out.
If anything, a bright spot of this Bearcat offense is the free throw shooting. They shoot 73% from the charity stripe. Something that maybe the men's team could learn a little bit from.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe Merriweather has to go guest coach at a men's practice. But that's definitely something to look at as a positive, and that's a good thing. You know, you got to find what your team does well, and you know, look at those things and be positive about them, be happy about them, and that's definitely one of those things that you can look at.
Definitely. As the officials continue to look, Katrina Merriweather screaming at the official to look at the Jumbotron. They still look at this one. As the officials think this one over, we'll take a quick break. Coming to you from Bearcat Sports Radio. We'll be right back. And we return to you in Fifth Third Arena as Cincinnati completes a successful challenge. It will be Cincinnati ball with 2.5 minutes left in this first quarter. I'm Miles Essenpreis, joined to you by Colin Kunz. It'll be DeVillisi to inbound. Referee whistle, it'll be a foul on, I believe, Jaya Lovett. Personal foul, good for Arizona State's 4th foul of the quarter, let alone the game. Finds number 3, that's Reagan Jackson. Reagan Jackson, long pass down the court, just too strong for Kylie Torrance to catch up to. It'll be another Bearcats turnover as that one is thrown out of bounds.
I like the idea there. The idea was there, the execution wasn't quite there. The pass just a little too strong, but there was definitely a look.
That'll be Davenport now at the top of the key, back to Elliott. She drives inside on the right elbow. She kicks it out to Amaya Williams on the left wing. She calls for a screen. It'll be number 14, Carrera, on the top of the key. Now in the corner, Elliott. Now in the paint, it's Carrera! Off the back iron, rattles in.
And Carrera there again, making her presence known down low in the paint. She's up to 8 points on the afternoon.
Now it'll be DeVillisi. She crosses the timeline now at the top of the key. She drives inside of the right elbow. Back to DeVillisi on top of the key. She drives inside. Spot up jumper on the left elbow. Won't go. Off the back iron. Board. Oh, in the end, one for Kylie Torrance.
And there we go. That is the offensive possession the Bearcats needed. The mid-range jumper for DeVillisi didn't fall. Good shot, though. And then on the rebound, Torrance able to pull it down, put it up, and get fouled, get an and one. That's exactly what Cincinnati needed. Gonna have to roll this into more good offense.
Finally ending the field goal drought that lasted over 7 minutes.
Yeah, and that's, 70% of the quarter, they didn't score a field goal. Yeah, very much needed field goal there for the Bearcats.
Torrance, her free throw bounces off the left iron. It'll be number 1, Williams, guarded by Jackson. Drives to the right wing, finds number 4, that's Lovett in the corner. Now it's to 24, she takes a shot, nothing there. Davenport misses her shot. DeVillisi now brings it up the court. Torrance drives inside, left elbow, back to DeVillisi. She drives inside, her floater is good.
And there we go, like we just talked about, Bearcats turning some good offense into more good offense. Another nice shot for DeVillisi there falls.
23-9 now, the Arizona State lead. 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. She finds Carrera. Now to Williams on the right wing. Back to Williams on the right wing. She tries to find something in the paint. Nothing there. She fakes a shot. Now it'll be Elliott in the left corner. It rattles in and out. Now DeVillisi brings it up the court. Pace to the Bearcat offense now. Hard layup. Won't fall, but gets fouled by Carrera.
And DeVillisi here really stepping up for this Cincinnati offense. The Cincinnati offense also stepping up the pace of play as well, and it looks like that's working to their advantage. Not sure when that really changed. Maybe after that replay review, they said, hey, we got to pick up the speed, pick up the pace. It's really working out to their benefit.
Bearcats playing with pace, playing with intention, playing with confidence now as the field goal drought has ended. DeVillisi now to the free throw line for 2. The first one will bounce off the back iron as Ndiba comes in for Destiny Thomas. She bounces the ball. Second one is up, and it's in. Double-digit points now for the Bearcats, 23-10. Crosses the timeline, Elliott. They're just dribbling at about the halfway line. They seem content to just let this quarter run out. Shot clock is still going. Nothing there. She's crossed over about 7 times. Finds Williams on the left wing. It's in off the backboard.
And wow, just a good shot there coming from Williams, kind of bouncing off the glass.
Now 2 seconds, 1 second. Half court 3 lobbed up. No good by DeVillisi as the first quarter will end. 26-10, the Arizona State lead.
Yeah, I mean, Arizona State, or Bearcats, they're starting to chip away at that towards the end of the quarter. Good looks on offense, definitely an improvement, and also kind of getting their turnovers a little bit more under control as well, trying to find a way to break that press. Lead is still 16 for the Sun Devils, but definitely very manageable for the Bearcats and looking a lot better than the early stage of the quarter.
Exactly, a lot of ugly basketball to start, but they've found their rhythm, they've found their offense, they've found their confidence. They're breaking that full court press. It's being less and less effective. That may be due to the Arizona State defense getting a little tired, getting a little sloppy on the full court press. However, 26-10, the Sun Devils will lead by 16 going into the second quarter. With that, we'll take a break. I'm Miles Essenpreis, joined you by Colin Kunz. We'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Fifth Third Arena as the Bearcats show some signs of life coming into the second quarter. Colin, what do they need to do to keep chipping away at this lead?
Yeah, so I think one of the things that we talked about that was most important is breaking the Sun Devil press and inbounding the ball effectively. But more than that, just trying to get good looks on offense. I mean, it's as simple as that. Bearcats just really couldn't find anything in the early stages of that first quarter. But then towards the later half, they were starting to find their rhythm, find their way, got to look to their good, consistent scorers and use that to their advantage.
Poa now back in. She drives inside, kicks it to Elliott on the left corner. Her three misses the rim. Reagan Jackson will fall on the ball. It'll be a jump ball. And it is Bearcats' ball as they come away with the jump ball.
Yeah, just good effort there by Cincinnati to get down there, fight for the ball, take advantage of the jump.
It'll be Maya Perry set to inbound as Tbilisi still on the court. She finds Tbilisi as they will bring it up the court. She's covered by Poa. Crosses the timeline, and the shot clock will start. Tbilisi now at the right wing, finds Jackson. She goes to the left elbow, nothing there. Tries to find Maya Perry. Now it's number 10, Kylie Torrance. She finds it to the left corner, now to Ndiba at the free throw line. Back to Jackson, she crosses. Now at the free throw line, kicks it to Tbilisi. She drives inside, jumper, no good off the right iron.
Not a bad shot from Tbilisi, all things considered. Time running down on the shot clock, and Sun Devils defense picking right back up.
Last year, Poa kicks it to number 21, that's Brackens. Number 0, Gabby Elliott. off the back iron. Now it'll be DeVillesi. And that is knocked out of bounds by Brackens.
And one thing to look at here for Arizona State, Washington's came out towards the later stages of that first quarter. Once she took a seat, that's kind of when the Bearcats started ramping it up on offense, and you got to imagine there's direct correlation there.
Last year, Poa intercepts the pass, lets her offense get down the court, gets it to Braxton. Now to Elliott, blocked by Ndiba. Elliott will get fouled on her trip down. A pushing foul on Alliance Ndiba. It looks like Gabby Elliott was hit in the eye. And she will go to the line to shoot free throws. Joya Crawford will come in for the tired DeVillesi. Oh no, it'll be an inbound, excuse me. They find Washenitz. She works it to the right wing. Now to Elliott at the top of the key. She finds Poa, right around the CPAW logo. Gets it to Carrera inside. Now they find Brackens, and it's stolen away by Joya Crawford. Fast break, Bearcats. Cross the timeline, she drives inside, left elbow, jumper. It's good. 26-12 the score, 8 minutes, 20 seconds remain. Last year, Poa brings it up the court. She's frustrated. Now it'll be to Washington. It's Elliott now on the right wing. She loses it. She picks it back up. Finds Carrera. Last year, Poa in the corner. Off the back iron. Now it'll be Jackson. Brings it up the court. Finds Joya Crawford. She gets it to the free throw line. Back to Jackson. She works it back inside. Back out to Crawford. And it will be a foul on Maya Perry. She looks like a flop from Washington, but
yeah, that was my immediate thought too. And Perry's out there arguing her case right now. Was talking quite aggressively with the official. Still going with the official, but it did look like a little bit of a flop there from Washington. And yeah, off-ball foul called on Perry. Couldn't argue her case.
Now it'll be Elliott on the left wing. She drives inside of the free throw line, finds Washington. Now it's Brackens. Tries to find the paint points, won't go. Rebound, Ndiba. Now to Maya Perry on the left wing. It'll be knocked out of bounds off of Washington. Bearcats ball. Destiny Thomas will come in for Alliance Ndiba.
Yeah, and this Washington's Perry matchup here is getting a little interesting. Seems like both players kind of going at it. Now the Washingtons will switch off of Perry, but starting to get a little chippy out here.
D. Alexander now holding the ball in the 5th-3rd logo. She gets it around the CPAW logo now. Closely covered by Brackens. She'll knock it out of bounds again. Bearcat ball. 7.5 minutes here in this second quarter. 26-12 the score. Maya Perry looks to inbound again. And she finds D. Alexander poked away by Brackens. It's another Bearcat turnover. Last year, Poa brings it up the timeline. Covered by Jackson. She finds Washington. Now to Elliott. Top of the key. Works it, free throw line. Brackens jumper. She finally finds the hoop. Joya Crawford now, and the full court press is back. Maya Perry now brings it up the court. Covered by Elliott. She crosses the CPAW. Right wing, she drives inside. Elbow jumper. No good, front of the rim. Rebound, D. Alexander finds Jackson, three-pointer. No good.
Bearcats there won't walk away with points, but all around another good possession. Started with Perry getting a good spin off, then a good rebound by Alexander. Second chance points also no good, but definitely good looks.
Brackens, free throw line jumper, won't fall. Rebound, Thomas. Jackson now on the fast break, and that's too strong. She tried to find Joya Crawford on the fast break and pitches it out of bounds.
And Crawford there just wasn't quite ready for it, wasn't looking for the ball, and yeah, it was a little too strong, too far ahead as well, and just kind of another mistake by Cincinnati.
Crawford seemed frustrated after that pass went wayward. Washington now gets it to Brackens, now to Elliott on the left wing. Finds on the top of the key. She kicks it inside, and that's too strong. Stolen by D. Alexander. Now Maya Perry brings it up the court. Finds Jackson on the right wing. Works it inside, now top of the key. Back to Perry on the 5th-3rd logo. D. Alexander on the right elbow. She works it inside, she sizes up Washington, and she will poke it away. Bearcats arguing it was off of Washington. It will be Bearcat ball.
Yeah, Cincinnati immediately was doing the signal for tip as if Washington had tipped it away, and it was pretty clear there that she did. Ball can't really fly like that if it came off a Cincinnati player.
Ball flew very far out of bounds off of the hands of Washington. It's Maya Perry to inbound. Inbounds on the left side. Gets it to Crawford. She, behind the back cross, right elbow jumper will rattle in and out. And it will go out of, it'll be a foul on D. Alexander, a bit of a pushing foul as she pushed last year Poa out of bounds.
And Crawford there again with another good look. Ball just can't quite fall. Cincinnati kind of got to lock in a little more on their shooting. Just had a lot that have been just a little off the mark. They'll halfway rattle in and then just rattle right back out.
Davenport will check in for Brackens, and Thomas will come out. Ndiba will go in. Last year, Poa being guarded closely by Crawford up the court. Finds Davenport on the left wing. Stolen away, intercepted by Maya Perry. She brings it up the court to the CPAW logo. Free throw line, she drives inside, puts up the floater, not good. Rebound, D. Alexander, she puts up the layup, and that's good for the Bearcats' 14th point.
Great work there by Alexander. Immediately pulled it in, put it right back up.
Gabby Elliott fumbled the pass, picks it back up, covered by Jackson, now at the CPAW logo. Washinitz open in the left corner, covered by D. Alexander now. Finds Gabby Elliott, top of the key, back to Washinitz. She thinks about it, will, and it's good from the left elbow.
And Washington's there just kind of finding a little bit of a gap in the defense. Some Bearcats defenders got a little confused. Just got a little bit of space. That was all she needed.
And Ndiba now in the paint. She's open. Layup will fall. 30-16 now, the Sun Devil lead.
Beautiful ball fake there coming from Alliance and Dibia. Just great work there, getting the Arizona State defender jumping for joy. She put it up for an easy bucket.
Finds Elliott now in the paint. She makes another a woman jump, and it'll roll out of bounds, and it will be Bearcat ball. And a media timeout will be taken at the 4.5-minute mark. The score 30-16, Sun Devil lead. And we will take a break here at Bearcat Sports Radio. I'm Miles Essenpreis, joined you by Colin Kunz. We'll be right back. We welcome you back to Fifth Third Arena as the media timeout will end and the Sun Devils and Bearcats will retake the court. Bearcats still looking to chip away at that lead, 30-16 the score.
Yeah, Bearcats are definitely keeping it under control here. Still the lead, only 14 for the Sun Devils. Definitely a lot better than they were playing in the early stages of the first quarter. Kind of finding their way, but still trying to find it a little bit more, get over that hump, get some points to fall, get some good defense going.
Elliott, spot-up jumper, misses the rim. You could tell she wasn't happy with that one off the release.
Yeah, definitely not the ideal shot. Didn't hit any part of the basket, actually.
Maya Perry covered closely by Elliott. She's looked to rekindle her mistake. They're calling for a travel. Maya Perry now stuck on the edge of the, and that's stolen away by Brackens. She gets it to Poa, who doesn't quite cross the timeline, just now does. Screams from Molly Miller, the Arizona State coach, as Poa gets it to the left wing. Now it's back to Washenitz, finds Brackens in the paint, has Ndiba jumping for joy. It'll be a foul on Brackens, as that will be a Cincinnati ball. No points off the Arizona State layup.
Yep, offensive foul there. D. Alexander took the foul from Brackens. Bearcats get the ball back. Sun Devils walk away with no points.
Julia Crawford inbounds to Alexander. She crosses the C-paw, now to the Fifth Third logo on the right wing. Kicks it to Ndiba, who's wide open in the paint. Layup is good for Alliance Ndiba, 30-18 now.
Great work there by Cincinnati, finding a wide open Ndiba cutting in the paint, and that's as easy as it gets.
Last year, Poa now brings it to the left wing. Back to Washenitz at the top of the key. Gets it to Brackens to the free throw line. She kicks it out to Elliott. Back to Washenitz. Three! Off the front iron. Picked up by Ndiba. Gets it to Crawford, and it's Bearcat ball. They cross the timeline. Left corner, D. Alexander drives baseline. Puts it up. Gets her own rebound. Puts it up again. Grabbed by Ndiba. She puts a shot up. Not good. Alexander board. No good. Picked up by Carrera.
And you want to talk about some effort. I mean, that possession was insane for Cincinnati. I mean, just going up, grabbing the rebound, going through contact, and I can't believe there wasn't a foul called anywhere in there.
Carrera now driving baseline on Ndiba. She tries to put it over, hits the back iron. There are bodies on the floor, but it's picked up by Maya Perry. She drives, fast break. Top of the key now, Julia Crawford, right elbow. Rattles in and out. Rebound Alexander, and she's fouled for the and one. No basket called. Excuse me, I spoke too soon. It'll be a foul, I believe, on D. Alexander.
Yeah, and D. Alexander can't believe it. She's looking over at her coach saying, oh man, it could have been an and one. The Bearcats there not able to take advantage. They actually had player advantage with Brackens down on the floor, on the other side of the floor. But yeah, just unfortunate that it was called an offensive foul.
Thomas will come in for Ndiba. Poa covered closely by Crawford. Finds Washenitz on the right wing, and it'll be a foul, off-ball foul by the Bearcats. 32, that's Thomas with the off-ball foul, I believe, on number 14, Carrera. Arizona State will inbound. It'll be 2 from the free throw line for Carrera, as the bonus is in effect. Something we haven't been mentioning is Cincinnati has 5 fouls this half. And while there has been a field goal drought for both teams have not scored. The Bearcats are 0 for their last 5, the Sun Devils 0 for their last 4. Arizona has not scored in 2.5 minutes. And they will change that with that free throw from Carrera. First one falls, 31-18 the score. 2.5 minutes left in this second half.
Yeah,
second quarter, excuse me.
To your point there, it feels like defense has become more of the main storyline of this game. Both teams stepping up defensively, kind of holding each other out. Both teams still 0 for 4 and 0 for 5 from the field.
Second one misses, and it's brought up by Torrance. Now it'll be Maya Perry. She's double teamed. She finds Destiny Thomas wide open in the paint. Layup is good. 20-31. The Bearcats cut the lead to 11.
And good way there to take advantage of a poor situation by Perry. She was double teamed. Thomas found an opening, and she was just wide open under the basket.
Brackens, free throw line jumper, rattles in and out. Rebound, Torrance kicks it to DeVillasi. She drives inside, free throw line, puts it up the floater. A jelly layup from inside the paint. 22 points, 31 points. Sun Devils lead by 9. Now Elliott at the top of the key to Poa. It's knocked away by Perry. Fast break. She drives inside, Euro step. She's fouled!
And wow, how the tides turn. Bearcats really starting to roll here. They cut the lead to 9, have a chance to make it even lower, and this offensive explosion just kind of coming out of nowhere.
They're playing with energy. They're playing with effort. They're getting their own rebounds. They are putting up good shots. They are getting steals as the first one will fall for Maya Perry. 23-31, 1.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, wow is the only word to say here.
Maya Perry makes both. The Bearcats clawing their way back into this one. The lead now only 7. Poa will bring it up the court, kicks it to Elliott on the left corner. Wing, excuse me. Now to Brackens in the paint. Blocked by Destiny Thomas! Rejects it. Maya Perry gets it. DeVillesi now. Right wing. Tries to find no one there. Now it's Jackson. Gets it to Thomas on the right elbow. Back to DeVillesi. She jumps inside. Bad shot. Destiny Thomas in the paint gets the rebound! 26 points. The lead stands at 5 with 1 minute left in the second quarter, excuse me.
And Destiny Thomas absolutely owning that possession, both defensively and offensively, sending the ball towards the stands, then on the other end, getting the points for Cincinnati.
Brackens now beyond the arc. She drives inside, covered by Jackson, poked away by Torrance. It'll be a foul on Brackens. An 8-0 run over the last one and a half minutes for the Bearcats. 12-1 run over the past 4 minutes. The Bearcat offense has lit fire to the court.
Yeah, and Cincinnati just absolutely turning up into high gear here. And Brackens there, I think she fell out on the end line, which caused the turnover. Gives Cincinnati the ball back and a chance to cut it down even further here as we approach the half.
Something to note, the Bearcats have not turned the ball over in the past 5 minutes.
Yeah, and again, a clear correlation here to the success. You know, things were not going well when they were turning over the ball possession after possession. And when they can hold on to it and get good offensive looks, they can score.
DeVillesi inbounds to Perry. She's covered by 2. She drives up the court, past the timeline now by the 5th-3rd logo. Kicks it to Torrance. Now gets it inside to Destiny Thomas. Outside now to Jackson. She's at the top of the key. Covered tightly. Maya Perry gets it. Three-pointer is good! 29 points! The lead is cut to 2!
And wow, just like that, it's a one-possession game.
Last here, Poa kicks it to Davenport. Now it's number 4, that's Lovett. Now to Elliott in the corner. Covered tightly, off the iron. 3 seconds remaining. DeVillesi puts up a shot. No good. The Bearcats will head into the locker room, down 2.
And I mean, if you're Coach Katrina Merriweather, you have to be thrilled right now because that is about the best that you could have your team do towards the end of a half. I mean, Cincinnati, both defensively and offensively, looked like a completely different team in those last 3-4 minutes of the half. I mean, they stepped up exactly where it mattered.
It is extremely important to have momentum going into halftime. And as you said, they have looked like a completely different team. Went 11-0 over the last 2.5 minutes, 15-1 over the last 5, forcing turnovers. Arizona State just 1 of their last 9.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, the Sun Devils just seems like their offense just went off like a light as the Bearcats went on like a light. And just additionally, you got to give it a testament to this crowd in Fifth Third Arena. You could hear them getting loud, getting excited for this team. And, you know, it's just so exciting to be around this good crowd that's kind of filled out, even despite the weather.
I mean, the stands aren't really full, but it is loud in here. Like, it's definitely having an effect on the game. And Arizona State maybe getting a little tired from running the full court press all game. Cincinnati finally able to break it, to get any sort of movement, momentum, and they're going into halftime in a great spot.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, you couldn't ask for much better. Bearcats going into the half only down 2, and after being at points down 16, 17 even, I mean, down 2 is kind of what's the best you could ask for.
But with that, the Bearcats clawing their way back into this game during halftime. We'll take a break. I'm Miles Essenpreis, joined you by Colin Kunz, who will take you play-by-play the rest of the way at the end of halftime. We'll be right back.
welcome you back into Fifth Third Arena here. Cold and snowy afternoon as the Bearcats are taking on the Arizona State Sun Devils. Looking to get into second half action here soon. I'm Colin Kunz. Joined next to me is Miles Essenpreis. And Bearcats going on a huge run there to end that first half, kind of ending some woes from the early stage of this game. Miles, what went right for the Bearcats?
Their offense finally turned on. I mean, they were pushing the ball. They were breaking the full court press. They were passing well. They were putting the ball in the hoop finally. They were getting their own rebounds. They were just playing with more intensity, more effort, and ultimately they profited from it.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds to me kind of like the summary there is, well, they just started playing better. And it is kind of just as simple as that. I mean, they really did just step it up in all phases of the game. It'll be really interesting to see if they can keep that momentum rolling out of the half here.
They also stepped it up on defense massively. They started forcing turnovers. They started forcing bad shots. They started, contesting better shots. They started blocking shots. There was a huge one from Ndiba just before halftime that all of this added together, the Bearcats have clawed their way back into this game, and it'll be extremely interesting to see if they can keep this momentum that they had going into half.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned them clawing into the game, and we talked about it before we went to break for the half, but they were down 16 at one point, and at that point in the game, you're looking at it and some teams can think, oh man, 16 points, we're not playing that well, like we're out of this game. But, it really is strong that this team was like, no, we can still play this game. We can still compete. And they found ways to step it up and get back into the game.
It's been absolutely critical that they didn't count themselves out when they were down 2-18. Their mindset, their intensity, it only got better the more the lead grew. And now they've cut the lead to 2, and it's just amazing to see the Bearcats this never say die attitude and confidence and aura about this collection.
Absolutely. Crowd here again is starting to get it pumped up. Definitely a lot of energy inside this arena.
With the limited people considering the weather.
Yeah, and even not a bad turnout considering the weather. And everyone that's here is ready to cheer, ready to be loud. Sun Devils will start with the ball, and they will immediately get it inbounded to last tier Poe. Back up to Poe up top. She'll take it around the corner. Poe surveying her options. Looking now, gets it over to the corner. Elliott's got it. Elliott well defended. Now gets it inside. Looking for an option. It's Carrera. Carrera spinning around, puts one up, rattles around the rim, falls through. Sun Devils will start off the half with some points.
And they're back to that full court press.
Bearcats bringing up the floor with Perry. She crosses the midcourt line, immediately passes the ball away to Jackson. Jackson up top, outer arc, now gets it over to Devilliers. Devilliers, good find down low, it's Thomas. Thomas spinning around, looking for an option, gets it up off the glass, rattles in and out, bounces off the rim, and Sun Devils on the rebound.
Brilliant post move from Destiny Thomas, made a woman miss, just couldn't quite complete the layup.
Poe's got it up top for Arizona State. Now she'll pass it over to the corner, wide open look, three-point shot, it falls for Arizona State.
That's why Elliott has 16 points per game. I mean, she shoots 32.5% from 3. She is no slouch when it comes to beyond the arc.
Bearcats taking their sweet time getting the ball in there. Torrance was able to get it on a late last-second cut. She'll now get it over to Jackson. Jackson taking it side to side on the court. Now gets it over to Devilliers in the far corner. Devilliers looking for an option, finds Thomas. Thomas low post, spinning around. Now looking to pass it out. Gets it up top to Jackson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Jackson dribble, step back three, no good. Not a great shot there, misses wide right.
Reagan Jackson, not a terrible shot. She shoots 32% from beyond the arc, but she did miss the rim with that one.
Poe brings it up the floor, gets it over to Washenitz. Now Sun Devils get it back over opposite side of the floor. It's back to Poe. Poe now gets it over to the corner. Three-point shot, no good. Bearcats on the rebound. Thomas chasing after it. Looks like a foul will be called on Cincinnati.
The teams will trade poor three-point shot attempts. That one hit the lower left side of the backboard.
Yeah, neither team looking great from beyond the arc here as we start this second half. It is Bearcats' ball after the foul. Devilliers will be looking to get it in. She gets it to Perry. Perry trapped down low by Elliott. Now she'll take it herself, brings it up.
Maya Perry complaining that she got hit in the chin off that inbound.
Perry dribbles, takes it herself just inside the three-point arc, no good. Bearcats on the rebound, put back, no good. Another put back, no good. Bearcats still fighting for the rebound. They got it, now kick back out. Perry, she'll go for three. No good off the front iron.
2 offensive rebounds, just can't quite get it to fall.
And Arizona State going too quick in transition. Poe was trying to get it to Brackens, and the pass just too far over her head, flies out of bounds.
Poe really frustrated with herself on that one, slapping her wrists. Even the high five she gave her teammate looked very aggressive. She is not happy with that pass.
D. Alexander will check back in for the Bearcats, as well as Alliance Indibia. Now DeVilliers looking to find an inbound. Gets it over to Jackson. Jackson in the corner, well defended by Washenitz. Now the trap comes, steal. Arizona State ball, Washenitz goes for three. No good off the side of the rim. Again, Sun Devils on the rebound. They'll get it back up to Poe to reset.
And the last time we saw a Bearcats turnover like that was early in the first quarter when they were struggling on the offensive side.
Elliott gets it inside to Brackens. Brackens pull-up jumper. It falls. Sun Devils putting together a little bit of a scoring run.
This is exactly what the Bearcats cannot be doing with this full court press. I mean, they got it up the court now, but
Perry picked up her dribble there, now commits a turnover. Going the other way is Arizona State. Carrera had it. She'll dribble it back out. We'll take a pause. Poe holds it up top, standing on the C-paw. Surveying her options, Sun Devils are moving around. She gets it over to Washenitz. Washenitz hard pass inside, almost turned over. Brackens was able to get back a hold of it. Now Brackens will direct. Cutting is Elliott, won't pass to her. Carrera has it now out to Washenitz for three. Again, just a little too short. And Bearcats on the rebound with Indibia. Cincinnati going the other way with DeVilliers. She passed it to Perry. Perry at the elbow, now back to DeVilliers. DeVilliers trying to get past Washenitz. And they'll say that Washenitz pushed DeVilliers. That'll be a foul.
Second foul, excuse me, on the Sun Devils this quarter. Did not get into foul trouble last half. Already committed a couple in the opening minutes.
Cincinnati has it. They'll be inbounding from the far sideline just by the scorer's table. Looking to get it in. They do so. Get it to Crawford. Crawford up top, now taking it around. She finds the corner. Crawford driving inside, again low post. Now out to DeVilliers. DeVilliers finds Jackson. Jackson open for three. No good. Alexander fighting for the rebound, able to corral it. Cincinnati now working it around the outer arc. Crawford's got it. She'll make a drive inside. Pass it back out to Alexander. Alexander now inside. Inside to Indibia. Indibia spinning around, goes up strong. It falls through for Cincinnati.
That's just too much muscle from Indibia.
Poe and the Sun Devils will now look to get back to work on offense. Poe left side at the elbow. She'll pass it out to Levette. Now inside to Brackens. Brackens, left post up, no good, off the back iron, too strong. Jackson safely pulls it in. Now she'll move up the floor with it.
Great defensive effort from Jackson to contest that shot.
Jackson now has it, takes it again side to side. Now DeVilliers got it, trapped quickly but able to get it away to Indibia. Now back out to DeVilliers, she'll go for three, it's good! 3-point basket, Cincinnati.
The first successful three-pointer of the game for the Bearcats comes at the hands of DeVilliers.
Sun Devil lead down to 4. Looking to keep a hold of it. Elliott's got it, pull-up jumper, it's good. Cincinnati now going to get back to work. Crawford's got it. Going inside the arc, picks up her dribble, passes it out to Jackson. Jackson up top, back over to Crawford. Crawford looking for an option. Crawford gets it to DeVilliers. DeVilliers, cross up, now Euro step, shot up, falls through.
Made Poe miss, had her jumping for joy from the free throw line.
Poe trying to cross midcourt, a lot of contact coming from Crawford.
Maybe a bit of a tone setter there. Crawford making sure Poe does not get anything easy.
Yeah, just about to say, definitely not making it easy. Crawford maybe with just a little bit too much aggression there. But both teams kind of picking right back up where they left off coming out of the half.
Yeah, I mean, it's been, obviously the momentum has slowly died down for the Bearcats, but they're keeping it close here, only committing a couple extra turnovers. But that's something that the Bearcats need to watch out for. They've been committing some of the turnovers that we saw in the first half where they went down by a big margin. They started shoring it up at the back end before the media timeout, but definitely something to look out for.
Right, absolutely. So Arizona Sun Devils lead by 4. The score is 40-36. We'll take a quick break here for the media timeout on Bearcast Sports Radio. We welcome you back here inside Fifth Third Arena, trying to stay warm on a cold day. It's the Cincinnati Bearcats taking on the Arizona State Sun Devils. Bearcats here only down 4, looking to get back into this game, maybe even take a lead.
That would be huge for the Bearcats. If they were, that'd be the first lead of the game for the Bearcats. It would be a definite momentum booster and momentum changer. Right now, it's pretty even. No team really taking a stranglehold of this second half. It'll be interesting to see if anyone takes control.
Yeah, and we'll have to make a stop here on defense first before they get a shot at the ball. Sun Devils have it, pull-up jumper from Brackens. Foul is called. Shot was no good.
Shooting foul on Crawford.
So the Sun Devils will step up to the line. It'll be Brackens.
Crawford committing a foul going into the media timeout and then immediately committing another foul after we come out of it.
Yeah, racking up 2 quick ones right there. Just a little bit of irony. First one from Brackens is good. She's just south of 70% on the season from the line. Her second one good as well, and the Sun Devils able to put 2 more points up on the board. They'll extend their lead out to 6. Cincinnati now moving the other way. Alexander's got it far side of the court. Now gets it back to Perry. Perry spinning around, gets it to Ndiba. Now D. Alexander down low, puts it up, and 1!
That's a big boy bucket in the paint from D. Alexander.
And D. Alexander here starting to get into her rhythm, find her way. That's another really nice bucket. She'll take a trip to the line here to add on 1 more.
D. Alexander, she's not too shabby from the line either. Playing.
Shot from Alexander, not good. Sun Devils on the rebound. Will work the other way. Couldn't quite make it a 3-point play, but still a nice basket, all things considered. Williams has it. She'll pass it over. Now Bracken's got it at the elbow. Bracken surveying, now gets it to Levette. Levette up top, well defended by Crawford. She'll pass it back over to Williams. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Williams, deep pass inside. Now shot going up from Brackens, it falls through.
Little Dirk fadeaway jumper from Brackens gets it to fall.
Crawford behind the back, brings it across the line. Now takes a step back, passes over to Perry. Perry spinning around. Looking to find a pass, gets it to Ndiba, almost loses the ball. Looks like Carrera might have taken a little bit of an elbow to the face. Bearcats still have it up top now. It's Crawford got it, gets it over to Jackson. Looks like a foul will be called.
Crawford limping after that one.
That foul is called on Lovett and Arizona State. Again, the physicality just kind of continuing in this game. That foul actually an off-ball foul.
This has been a very physical game so far.
Perry will look to inbound for the Bearcats, trying to find an option. And Bearcats could not get it in. And had that almost happen earlier in the game, and this time just couldn't find an option. 5-second violation. It'll be Sun Devil basketball.
Arizona State has been applying that press all day, all game. It's surprising me that's their first 5-second violation with how effective this press has been.
Brackens has it down low, running circles in traffic. Now gets it to Elliott, who steps up and buries one.
Momentum now definitely favoring as Arizona State.
Bearcats have it up top with Perry and Crawford trying to stay out of each other's way. Now back to Crawford at the elbow. Crawford driving inside, loses the ball, gets it right back, attempts the shot, no good. And Ndiba on the rebound, they'll call jump ball.
The Bearcats desperately need a basket here to keep it close. You can feel the energy in the arena has almost shifted. The Bearcats have lost some of their confidence. It's definitely important for them to get a bucket here.
Looks like we're going to see a little bit of a lineup change here. Bearcats will make 3 subs. DeVilliers, Thomas, and Torrance will all be back into the game for Cincinnati. Perry immediately looks to get it in to Torrance. She was double teamed and went off the hands of Bracken, so Cincinnati will get to try it again. Perry again looking to get the ball in. Again finds Torrance. Pass just a little too high. Torrance couldn't fully bring it in, and again it's tapped away, this time by Elliott. The Bearcats will yet again inbound the ball.
Merriweather is fed up with this press. She is extremely frustrated that her players have not been able to capitalize.
Perry to Torrance again. Torrance chucks a shot up, gets fouled doing so, and Torrance will take a trip to the line, chance to shoot 2.
Torrance shoots 61% from the free throw line, which this is a great free throw shooting team in general. We mentioned that earlier. They shoot 73% from the charity stripe.
Torrance here, a chance to see a couple more go through the hoop for Cincinnati. Lead is 8 for the Sun Devils. First shot falls all the way through, looks clean. And, you know, I like the lineup change here coming from Merriweather, putting a couple of your big scorers back in, and Thomas, who's done really well down low. Torrance second shot, that one good as well. So Bearcats will cut the lead back to 6. The score is 40-46. It's a Sun Devil lead. Now they'll be back on offense.
Bucket came a bit unconventionally, but that is still points on the board and definitely a confidence booster for the Bearcats.
Williams gets it over to Brackens, almost stolen by Torrance. Now Brackens has it, good find down low, and a hard foul. Looked like that was Elliott. She went down to the floor really hard, holding her head, writhing in pain right now.
The 5'10" Gabby Elliott tried to drive baseline on Destiny Thomas, who is 6'4", and she went down hard.
Yeah, and Elliott still down on the floor, and like you mentioned, trying to go up against Thomas is a very difficult thing to do, and especially in a game like this where Thomas has been playing really well.
Thomas ended up committing the foul on that one, as Elliott still has not gotten up. They're holding a towel to her face. She appears to be bleeding from the nose. A bit hard to tell from the other side of the court, though.
Yeah, that is on the far side of the court, but she is sitting up now as opposed to her laying down position. Looks like the officials are taking a look at this, maybe to see if a flagrant could be assessed.
I mean, it's a possibility.
Or maybe just confirm the foul.
They have not changed.
Elliott does get up and walks off the court under her own power. Definitely good to see that. Not injured too bad.
She will not go to the locker room, though. She stays on the sidelines.
Still at the far end of the bench there. And as the timeout will continue, looks like we'll have a media timeout, so we will take a quick step aside. Don't go anywhere. You have a good one here on Bearcast Sports Radio. Coming back here out of the media timeout from Fifth Third Arena, Cincinnati Bearcats taking on the Arizona State Sun Devils. Sun Devils with a 6-point advantage right now and taking a trip to the line. And it will be Elliott, who actually was the one that got fouled on that, spent some time down on the floor, talked with trainers, guess decided she was good enough, she's gonna go to the line.
You could hear her head smack off the ground. Surprised to see her at the line.
And at the line, making the shot as well. And looked good doing so. Very nice shot there. Chance to add one more here.
Gabby Elliott.
Shot, that one good as well.
She shoots 73% from the free throw line. Definitely no slouch at the charity stripe.
Now DeVilliers and the Bearcats will be inbounding. Gets it into Torrance. Torrance will take it herself. She's on the far side of the floor. Will bring it up to court. Crosses the midcourt line. Now gets it back up to DeVilliers up top. She'll survey, takes dribbles, directing traffic. Jackson's got it. Now back up top to Torrance. Torrance spinning around, looking for a drive inside. Can't get it. Now outside, still at the elbow. Torrance very well defended by Brackens. And looks like we'll see a foul called here.
Will be called on Amaya Williams, an off-ball foul.
And kind of a little bit of a saving grace for the Bearcats, because that would have been a turnover otherwise. Brackens was doing some great work defending Torrance all up in her face.
Brackens using all of her 6'1" frame to keep Torrance locked away on that right wing.
And Bearcats now in the bonus, so Reagan Jackson will take a trip to the line. Very quick to shoot. First one is good. Jackson, second shot on the way. That one good as well. The advantage back down to 6 for Arizona State.
That's an interesting free throw little ritual there. She goes very fast with it.
Yeah, not something you see very commonly today. Brackens has it for the Sun Devils. Take it out the free throw line, now gets it out to Lovett. Lovett will make a drive inside from the Big 12 logo. Driving inside, left side shot, no good. Ball knocked away, tipped out. Lovett on the rebound. Now she's over in the corner. Perry trying to defend. Lovett again takes it sideline to sideline, gets to Brackens, almost falls out of bounds, has to pass it, goes right into the hands of Torrance. Bearcats moving quick in transition. Perry on the other side of the floor gets a bucket to fall.
Great points in transition for the Bearcats, something we haven't seen a lot of the night. They finally complete some breakaway points.
Lead now back down to 4 for Arizona State, 44-48. Bearcats down 4. Sun Devils have the ball. Brackens trying to find a look inside. Ball knocked away and tipped. They'll say it was tipped off of Arizona State, so Cincinnati will get the ball. Oh, and the officials do signal that they'll replay it and look to see who that actually went off of. Personally, I think it did actually go off of Cincinnati. It was kind of hard to tell. It was a very strong pass right down there in the paint. Could be either way, but I think it went off Cincinnati.
It did seem to tip off of the arm of Destiny Thomas. I don't know if it was a challenge by Molly Miller or just an official's challenge.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure either. Didn't see if Miller was over there. Just saw the center official.
It was a challenge by Molly Miller. She was confident that Destiny Thomas batted it out of bounds. And I think we'll see the officials initially got it wrong, but will make the correct call after the replay.
While the referees look at this one, we'll take a quick step aside. Sun Devils still up 4 on the Bearcats, looking to see if they can get the ball back. We'll be right back here from Bearcats Sports Radio. And we join you back here from Fifth Third Arena, coming out of the timeout in the Coach's Challenge from Arizona State. That challenge was successful from head coach Molly Miller, and the Sun Devils will get the ball back up 4. Arizona State looking to get the ball in. They immediately do so to Elliott. Elliott double teamed, able to find some relief in Jones. Shot up, no good. DeVilliers on the rebound, now going the other way. Moving quickly in pace, gets it over to Perry. Perry making a drive inside herself, inside the paint, now gets it out to Torrance. Mid-range jumper, no good, can't fall. Sun Devils on the rebound.
Torrance took a bit of a fadeaway jumper there. I'm not sure that was entirely necessary. She could have set her feet and taken a solid jump shot.
Just under 1 minute left to go here in this third quarter of play. Arizona State Sun Devils lead 48-44 over the Cincinnati Bearcats. They have the ball with Williams. Williams over to Poe, now inside. Foul is called on Thomas. That one was pretty obvious.
Destiny Thomas just got her arms wrapped around Carrera. Obvious fault, obvious call for the officials to make.
Yeah, pretty clear to see that little hook there coming from Thomas. Sun Devils look to inbound. Poe trying to find an option, now gets it far side of the court, and pull-up jumper, no good. Bearcats looking to rebound. Torrance tapped it away, gets over to Perry. Perry passes to DeVilliers, who will bring it close sideline. Trying to find Thomas down low, and Carrera goes over the top of Thomas. Thomas and Carrera both down on the floor. Foul is called.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know what to say there. That was ugly. I think Carrera jumped over Thomas. Thomas tried to duck under, but her leg got caught as Carrera plummeted to the floor. That was scary to watch.
Very scary indeed. Carrera will actually step out, take a seat on the bench. Thomas will stay in. She'll actually take a trip to the line here as Cincinnati is in the bonus. But yeah, definitely not a great scene there.
I did want to mention, on the other end of the court, there were 3 Bearcats around the rim to grab that rebound.
Thomas' first one isn't able to fall.
But that speaks to the effort that they've gotten since the first quarter that they've put in, and it really has been paying dividends.
Thomas' second basket, that one is good. And now it is a 1-possession game. 31 seconds left, about a 5-second difference in the shot clock and game clock. So Arizona State can't hold it out for the last possession, but they can get pretty close. Poe has it, dribbling between her legs on Jackson, just killing time. Shot clock down to 15, game clock at 20. Poe still dribbling up top, hasn't passed the ball yet, hasn't even looked to pass the ball. Jackson just looking to make life difficult. Shot clock under 10, game clock at 10 now. Now over looking toward the corner, pull-up jumper 3, no good. Can't find anything. Bearcats on the rebound. 5 seconds left to go. If they can move quick, they can get a shot. Turnover committed. Arizona State walks away with points at the buzzer. And Deborah Davenport
That was just a huge cluster of basketball and people underneath the Arizona State basket, and somehow points materialized for the Sun Devils.
Yeah, and just an unfortunate turnover for Cincinnati. What could have been a last-second shot for them was some easy points for Arizona State, and their lead now back up to 5.
Their first field goal in 2.5 minutes, ending an 0-4 drought.
So Arizona State Sun Devils do lead now 50-45 over the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we end the third quarter here, we'll take a quick step aside from Bearcat Sports Radio. Don't go anywhere. We'll join you back for a fourth quarter of action. Back here inside Fifth Third Arena, getting ready for what is looking like an exciting fourth quarter of action as the Cincinnati Bearcats are taking on the Arizona State Sun Devils. Sun Devils up 5, but Bearcats not giving up any fight. This one's gonna come down to the end.
Definitely.
Poe bringing up the floor for the Sun Devils. They'll start off with the ball. Poe's got it at the elbow. Now gets it up top to Elliott. Elliott driving, looking for an option. Foul is called. Looks like a foul will be called on Kalia DeVillese in Cincinnati. So already an early foul here, not even 10 seconds into the quarter.
Maybe
Sun Devils again looking to get it in.
Bit of a light call there.
Washnitz has it. She's got it at the mid-range, now gets it up top to Poe. Poe directing. Poe gonna take it herself, takes it left side, loses the ball. Ball flying out of bounds. They'll say it went off of Poe. Jackson was there to make it difficult for her. Bounced off of her hands, and it'll be Cincinnati basketball.
It's an excellent defensive stop and great defensive effort from Reagan Jackson.
Perry looking to get it in. Time is ticking. Able, almost found a look, but two Bearcats got in the way. Now shot going up for the Sun Devils. Poe on the rebound. Poe, second chance points, no good. Arizona State again on the rebound. They'll take it out to reset. Washnitz has it. Now up to Elliott, an all-around disaster for Cincinnati.
Yeah, the Bearcats had two separate chances to bring that one down. They got in each other's way both times.
Now the Sun Devils will commit a turnover, a little bit of a miscommunication.
I like that pass from Gabby Elliott. It was just kicked around by Davenport, who wasn't really looking to receive the ball at that point.
Cincinnati catching a little bit of a break there. Sun Devils not able to walk away with any points off the Cincinnati turnover. DeVillisay's got it. She pushes it up the floor to Perry.
I think the Bearcats.
Perry, heat check three. It falls, and oh my goodness.
Maya Perry cut me off with that three-pointer. The Bearcats have found the code breaker to this Arizona State full court press. They know how to deal with it, and it's not really affecting their offense anymore.
Elliott, pull-up jumper. That one rattles through. Lead back up to 4 for the Sun Devils. Bearcats, though, not making it easy.
Elliott, that was good for Elliott's 17th point of the contest. 19th, excuse me.
DeVillisay's got it, and the Bearcats' offense has been strong when she's on the floor. She'll pass to Torrance down low, wide open look. Another easy bucket for Cincinnati. Lead back down to 2 for the Sun Devils.
Great shifty pass from Kalaya DeVillisay.
They're up 52-50. Now down low, Brackens puts up a shot, no good. Cincinnati fighting for the rebound. DeVillisay's got it. She's moving quickly the other way. She's the only Bearcat on that side of the floor. She'll pull up jumper, take a shot herself. It is a tie ball game. Whew.
Excellent defense from Ndiba to contest the shot, force the miss, and then a great spot-up jumper from DeVillisay to tie the ball game up for the first time since the beginning of the game. Oh my goodness.
The Cincinnati crowd is on their feet. Big defensive possession coming here. Elliott misses. Thomas able to pull it in, or sorry, Ndiba, my apologies, now going the other way is DeVillisay. DeVillisay, Euro, big collision on the floor. Foul is called. Looks like it's gonna be called on Arizona State.
DeVillisay really pushing a pace. She has been a huge difference maker for the Bearcats. And she will stay in as 3 others are subbed out.
And that foul is called on Washenitz and the Sun Devils. That is Washenitz' 3rd of the game. Sorry, 4th of the game. So a little bit of foul trouble there for one of the better defenders for this Arizona State team.
DeVillisay is the top scorer for the Bearcats. And that was good for her 13th point of the night.
Perry's got it back to DeVillisay. Now Crawford up top. Cincinnati looking to take a lead, and another foul is called. Again here on the Sun Devils. That one called on number 21, McKenna Brackens.
And the Bearcats look to be flustering the Sun Devils. The game hasn't been this close since it was double zeros.
Yeah, it seems like Arizona State's almost panicking a little bit, like they don't know what to do. Perry looking to get it in. Time is ticking. Able to find Alexander, trying to find Alexander, and another foul is called.
Again, the Sun Devils are starting to panic. They're starting to foul. They're starting to play sloppy. If the Bearcats can pounce on this, it might be a completely different ball game than it has been for the past 3 quarters.
And it would be huge if the Bearcats can get in the bonus early in this game. Early in this quarter, apologies. Now DeVillisay looking to get it in. She gets to Perry. Perry, close wing. Now gets it up top to Crawford. Crawford back to Perry. Perry at the elbow. Dribbling, she's got 2 defenders on her. Trying to dribble through them, loses the ball. They'll say it was a kick. It'll stay with Cincinnati.
We've seen momentum completely shift. It looked like it was Arizona Sun Devil basketball the entire game, and right now they're finally starting to play some Bearcat basketball.
Perry looking to inbound again, trying to find Alexander. Alexander's got it. Looks like she's gonna back down, take the shot herself. Can't get the basket to fall. Now 2nd chance points, rolls around the rim. 3rd chance points, still no good. Bearcats still on the rebound, and a foul is called. The basket was up, but they'll call it off. They said they couldn't, they'll say Thomas couldn't get it up in time.
Oh my gosh! I'm speechless. The Bearcats.
And now another storyline to look at here. I believe that was called on Washenitz, and that will be her 5th of the game. Washenitz immediately went to argue her case with the officials.
The media timeout. Oh my gosh. The Bearcats have completely shifted the momentum of this game.
Yeah, I mean, you said it, it has been a complete momentum shift here. And it looks like the officials are taking a look at the monitor to see if this foul was really assessed on Washnitz. Because, you know, very consequential here. It could be her 5th and final of the game. She'll have to take a seat with still 7 minutes left to go in this ball game, and she's one of the best defenders for the Sun Devils.
Yeah, she averages, who cares? They average 20 steals a game.
Yeah, and just, I mean, you can't really put it into stats, but just when she has been on the floor, I mean, I guess at least in the first half, Bearcats have kind of been able to defeat her in the second half, but she really was making her impact known in the first half. And obviously would be a big loss for the Sun Devils, especially going down the stretch here, where Cincinnati is looking to take this game.
This is the Bearcats' best chance to win this basketball game. If they can't capitalize here, I don't think they'll get another chance. If they allow the Sun Devils to get their confidence back, to get their rhythm back, to get the momentum back, I'm not sure the Bearcats will be able to snatch it again.
So just as a reminder here, Cincinnati is tied up with the Sun Devils. It's 52-52 from Fifth Third Arena. And if you weren't with us for the early stage of this game, Cincinnati was down at one point 16 points in this ball game and has really showed a ton of fight throughout the later stage of the second quarter, into the third quarter, and now into the fourth quarter, getting the game back up to a tie ball game.
I mean, this would be a huge bounce back game. The Bearcats have struggled all season, 2-6 in the Big 12. And going into it, we knew this would be a tough game, but it was winnable because the Sun Devils just 4-3 in the Big 12. They've struggled in conference play, and right now the Bearcats are making their lives difficult. They're putting their name in the hat to win this game, and right now it could go either way.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said there, if you're looking at the storyline here for Arizona State, like you mentioned, 4-3 in conference play, clearly have had struggles in conference play, and that's clearly continuing today. And then also, we talked about it at the beginning of the game, the pregame, they're 6-3 away, 11-0 at home. Their only 3 losses of the season have come away. And potentially here could be a 4th. They've struggled on the road. They're struggling here late in the game.
The media timeout continues.
So it looks like they will assess that foul on someone else. Couldn't quite see who it was called on, but Washnitz does still say 4 up on the board, so I believe the officials overturned that. And so Washnitz will stay in the game, and that's huge for Arizona State.
Regardless, that was huge from Destiny Thomas to be able to come down to the ball 3-4 times and draw the foul and potentially.
So while Washnitz will have the ability to stay in the game, she'll take a seat for now. Gotta imagine they'll probably use her later in the game.
Molly Miller looking to keep her defensive star in the game, letting her have a rest for right now.
Bearcats looking for a lead, trying to do so there with a quick inbound play to Crawford. Gotta imagine Cincinnati drew that one up during the media timeout. But Crawford did get fouled putting that one up, so nonetheless, Cincinnati will have a chance to take the lead. They'll just do so at the stripe.
And that puts them in the bonus. The first lead of the game, coming with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
And Washnitz does come back into the game very quickly. Only one possession, she was out. And the free throw shot from Crawford is good, and Cincinnati has a lead.
When they were down, 2-17, no one would have ever guessed
Crawford's second one rattles in.
that the Bearcats could get back in this game. And now they're up by a possession.
So Cincinnati now has the lead. It's 54-52, Bearcats advantage. Crowd is loving it. Arizona State Sun Devils now on the offense, looking to tie things up. Elliott's got it down low. She'll pass it, pull-up jumper. That one rattles through. Able to tie the game.
And the Bearcats have really been getting sharper on their defense. They're forcing tough shots and forcing contested shots that I don't think they mind going in, as long as they're well contested and not easy to get.
Looks like we'll see another off-ball foul come. This time, looks like Perry hit the floor hard. And Coach Miller kind of pleading her case with the refs.
She fell to both knees after that one. She is upset at that foul call.
Torrance will check back into the game. Alexander will take a seat on the bench. And the Bearcats are already in the bonus for the quarter. So Maya Perry will go to the line.
I believe Abby Owings was chatting to Molly Miller on the sideline. Maybe a bit of coach-on-coach violence.
Perry does make her first, and so yet again, Cincinnati has a lead. Perry, second shot, that one good as well. Back to Cincinnati advantage, it's 56-54 Bearcats. Amaya Williams will bring the ball up the floor. She'll cross the midcourt line. Dribbling over at the far sideline, directing traffic. Defended by Crawford, she'll pass it up to Elliott up top. Elliott taking the right side, now she'll double back, takes the left. Elliott passes it away, it's over to Williams. Bearcats staying stout on defense. Williams looking for an option, lofts a shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound, Bracken's able to get it. Whistles blow. Believe that a foul is called on Cincinnati.
It was a great defensive effort to contest that shot. Couldn't quite get enough players under the hoop to grab that board. Arizona State gets second chance points, and now they will have a chance to inbound the ball to tie it up again.
Will be a foul on the Bearcats, their second of the quarter. Sun Devils looking to quickly get it in. Shot was no good. Bearcats able to pull it in. That was Torrance on the rebound.
DeVilliers pushing the pace.
And they'll go the other way with DeVilliers. She's got it. She'll take it inside. Nice pick set by Thomas. Thomas now has it. Pick and roll. Shot no good. And bounced off the hands of Thomas. Will go back to Arizona State.
A rock-hard screen from Destiny Thomas sends, I believe it was Brackens, down to the court.
And Diva will check back into the game for Thomas. Sun Devils will start their offensive possession off this time with Washnitz. Now she gets it up to Williams. Williams top of the key. Now passing it around. Elliott's got it. Trying to work it inside. Now nice wide open look. That's Deborah Davenport down low.
That was a great pass by Brackens. Finds Davenport in the paint.
DeVilliers gets the ball up the floor after a couple of passes. Now she's got it back herself. DeVilliers up top of the arc. Driving inside at the free throw line. Passed out to Torrance. Torrance, she'll take a shot from the opposite side of the free throw line. That one rattles in. Point Cincinnati, back to a Bearcat lead.
The Bearcats love that spot-up free throw jumper. They've gotten it to fall all night.
Crawford working on Williams. Williams getting a little bit of space between the legs dribble, taking it right side. Washnitz got it. Now up to Elliott up top. Elliott looking for Brackens. Shot no good. Perry on the rebound. Going the other way is DeVilliers. Bearcats running in transition now. Perry's got it. Pull-up jumper, no good, too short. And Sun Devils on the rebound. Looks like a foul will be assessed on Alliance Ndiba.
Ndiba just a little too stiff trying to come down with that rebound. Overall, the defense for the Bearcats has been a lot cleaner as compared to the Arizona State Sun Devils. The Bearcats in the bonus, obviously, but Arizona State has just been panicking a lot more, and that's been shown in the amount of fouls they've committed.
Sun Devils bring up the ball up the floor with Williams. Williams now over to the corner. Elliott's got it. Now to Washnitz. Washnitz up top to Williams. We have yet another foul called. This one again on Ndiba.
Ndiba being very stiff in her defense of the paint. Enough to draw the call.
So Ndiba checks in, picks up 2 quick fouls. She's got only 2 on the day. Now Sun Devils get the ball in. Bracken's got it, now gets to Elliott. Elliott up top to Williams. Shot clock at 10. Williams got it, takes the left side, pull-up jumper. That ball is blocked away. Bearcats able to get the rebound.
I thought she hit the wrist there on that jumper, but she got all ball.
Now DeVilliers going the other way, lofts one up. No good, no foul. Now the Sun Devils get it back.
She took a lot of contact going to the rim there. I thought that was a foul. No call.
Washnitz cross-court pass, almost intercepted by Torrance. If she could have gotten a hold of that one, that would have been a nice bucket for Cincinnati.
That was just a bit too much loft on that pass. Gabby Elliott making sure Washnitz knows, hey, put a little bit more gas on that. Almost intercepted by Torrance.
Elliott looking to inbound. She gets it into Williams. Williams takes it, drive inside. Williams now passes to Brackens down low. Brackens working on Ndiba. Shot flies up, foul is called, and yet another is called on Ndiba. That one shooting. The Sun Devils will go to the line.
Ndiba has gotten a little sloppy with her defense in the paint. She's been rock solid all game, but 3 quick fouls puts Arizona in the bonus.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, Ndiba looked great for 3.5 quarters of play. Didn't have a single foul. Now she picks up 3 in the span of 2.5 minutes in this fourth quarter. Bracken's first one is good. Advantage down to 1 for Cincinnati. A chance here for Bracken's to tie it up with the Sun Devils. Bracken's second shot, that one too strong, won't be tied. Torrance sucks in the rebound, now gets it out to Perry. Perry down low to Jackson. Jackson one-on-one, shot goes up, nearly an and one opportunity. Shot doesn't fall, but she got fouled, she'll go to the line.
Great job, that lot of loft on that pass. Great job from Reagan Jackson, be able to haul it in. Draws the foul, will go to the charity stripe for 2.
Bracken's will take, or Carrera, sorry, will take a seat as Jackson will step up to the line for Cincinnati. Jackson, first one, not able to fall. We'll have a second chance here on the way. And Sun Devils all around here in a little bit of foul trouble. 3 players with 4. Second shot from Reagan Jackson is good. Bearcats lead back up to 2. Sun Devils will go the other way with Williams. Williams far side of the floor, defended by Jackson. Williams trying to find a look inside. Brackens has it, free throw line, step up jumper. That one falls through. Back to a tie ball game. Bearcats looking to get it in. DeVilliers trying to find an option. Bearcats running around. And Katrina Merriweather will smartly take a timeout there. Time was yet again ticking for Cincinnati, and they couldn't find an option.
Very smart timeout when you've got 3 left. Rein it in. Try and get energy back to your team. Try and get confidence back into their team. They've had a bit of a struggle the past minute or so. It's a close ball game. This is going to be a very beneficial timeout for the Bearcats.
Yeah, definitely a lot to talk over here. Just 3 minutes and 25 seconds left in this ball game. Things are all tied up, 59-59. Teams going shot for shot. Hasn't really been from the field, funnily enough. They've kind of gone shot for shot at the free throw line. Neither team really finding a rhythm from the field.
And both teams are pretty good from the charity stripe. They haven't been missing a lot of them. The Bearcats, team-wise, 73%. The Sun Devils shooting just under 70%. But tonight, the Bearcats have been shooting 72.7% from the line, and the Sun Devils have been shooting just a hair under 82%.
We'll break out of the timeout here, and the Bearcats will look to inbound. Perry acting like she was going to throw it deep. Got everybody running on that side of the floor and finds Alexander on the opposite side of the floor. Alexander now will take it all the way. Strong drive, goes up, no good. Bucket doesn't fall. Sun Devils on the rebound.
I like that look from D. Alexander, just can't quite get the layup to fall.
Williams has it, far side of the floor, defended by Jackson. Williams gets it to Elliott. Elliott up top of the key. Gets past DeVilliers. Shot going up, no good, just a little too short. Now fight for the ball. Looks like I believe it was a foul call. And it looks like it will be a foul on Cincinnati. Sun Devils are in the bonus. So Deborah Davenport will go to the line, a chance to give the Sun Devils back the lead.
Carrera ran on the court to check in, and then she was immediately told by her coach, Molly Miller, to get back on the sideline.
Davenport, first one is good. And yeah, like we mentioned, that foul trouble there. Gotta imagine what played into that decision. Carrera still up with 4. Davenport, second shot, that one rattles, no good. So the Sun Devils lead will be 1. Alexander has it down low, she's trapped by Brackens, now gets it out to DeVilliers. Under 3 minutes left to go in the ball game. DeVilliers has it close sideline near her coach. Now she'll take it opposite side, top of the key. She gets it over to Perry, back at the elbow. Close side, Perry trying to get out of the defense of Williams. Now Torrance has it, she'll drive inside, lost one up, no good, rattles around the rim, bounces out. Sun Devils get the ball back, they'll have a chance to make their lead 3. Jackson trying to press Williams. Williams gets past it with a nice pick from Waschnitz. Williams now passes to Waschnitz. Waschnitz over to Elliott. Elliott at the elbow. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Elliott finding a look, cutting down low was Davenport. Shot couldn't fall. Davenport gets her own rebound and puts the shot back up, gets fouled doing so. She'll have a chance for a 3-point play.
That's exactly what the Bearcats can't let happen. letting the Sun Devils get second chance points, and then even worse, fouling on the second chance point. This is to put it to a 2-possession game with just 2 minutes left. And with how this Bearcat offense has been struggling the past half of this quarter, it's not a great look for team morale.
Yeah, and another thing to watch here is that foul was called on Maya Perry, and that was her 5th and final of the game. Perry, one of the bigger aspects of this team, bigger player, she's got 12 points on the game. She is done for the day.
Yeah, she's the starting point guard, and to have her missing for the last 2 minutes of the game is going to be crucial and really bad for the Bearcats.
Davenport, shot is good, makes it a 3-point play. Bearcats now down 4. It's 63-59, Sun Devils advantage. DeVilliers has it, looking to cut that to lower. She gets to Carton, who's now in the game, now back up top to Jackson. Jackson far side at the wing. Now gets it over to Torrance. By the elbow, looking to pass it to somebody. 15 on the shot clock. Torrance driving inside, puts a basket up. Foul will be called, that one on Waschnitz.
And that'll be her 5th and final of the game. A sigh of relief from the Bearcats sideline as they do not have to deal with Waschnitz anymore for the rest of these 2 minutes.
Yeah, now it looks like teams will go trade player for player here, kind of like a game of chess. We'll trade pawns. Both players will go out, take a seat. And Torrance will be at the line.
I like how Torrance, she put up that layup and was immediately ready to jump in the paint and get that rebound.
Torrance shot too strong, and kind of an unfortunate miss here at this point in the game. The second shot, this one's big, a chance to make it, to keep it 1 possession. Torrance second shot, that one's good. The Sun Devil lead is 3. It's 63-60. Sun Devils have the ball, under 2 minutes left to go in the game. We'll bring it up the floor with Gabby Elliott. Gabby Elliott dribbling left to right. Now she'll take it far side of the floor, defended by Jackson. Bearcats looking for a stop. Elliott passes off to Williams. Williams at the far outside. She passes over to Lovett. Now nearly stolen by Torrance. Now Brackens gets a little bit of room. Good defense there by the Bearcats. Good help. Now far side corner. Williams shot no good. Carden on the rebound.
Great defensive stop from the Bearcats.
DeVilliers moving quick the other way. Puts the ball up. That one falls. The lead is 1 for Arizona State. It's 62-63. Sun Devils lead.
No and 1 call. A lot of contact on that shot from DeVilliers.
Elliott has it, minute 10 left to go, shot clock at 20. Elliott defended by Jackson, crowd getting on their feet. Elliott still up top dribbling, and a timeout will be taken by Arizona State. And wow, we are getting ready for an exciting finish here.
Oh yeah, great drive from DeVilliers, finishing through contact, which was clean upon replay review. Wow.
So it's an Arizona State 30-second timeout. They lead by 1. A minute and 1 second left to go here. What do the Bearcats need to do to pull out this game?
They did exactly what they were supposed to do with the breakaway. They played fantastic defense. They shut down the powerful Arizona State offense. They made their lives difficult, and then they played with pace. They played with confidence, and they played together. So many Bearcats ready to pick up on rebounds, ready to contest shots. Everyone is in this together, and it has been a huge team effort to bring themselves back into this ballgame.
Absolutely, a lot of good things to look for Cincinnati. They've done a lot to get to this point, but can they close it out? That is the question of the afternoon. And both teams will break out of the timeouts. Arizona State quick to get the ball inbounded. They lead by 1, under a minute left to go of game time. Elliott's got it, trying to work on Crawford. Now Torrance defending Elliott. Elliott puts the ball up. That one bouncing around the rim, no good. Trying to pull in the rebound, and it is a jump ball. Jump ball is assessed. Looks like the possession error was with Cincinnati, and Katrina Merriweather immediately taking a timeout of her own. And a lot of excitement still coming here.
Excellent defense played there by Kylie Torrance. She got a pinky to the shot from Gabby Elliott, forcing it to go wayward.
Yeah, great defense is right there, and Bearcats fortunate that they had the possession arrow their way.
And something to mention, Gabby Elliott, she leads the Arizona State team highs in a lot of categories, in points, assists. She just recently got dethroned by Deborah Davenport for rebounds, but she's been really quiet this last quarter.
Yeah, she has, and I think that probably has been one of the struggles for Arizona State and why they haven't had quite as well of an offensive performance.
And you got to think, is that due to the hard fall she took, what was it, third quarter?
Yeah, it definitely could be an aspect playing into it as well when you're not playing at quite 100%. Now teams will break out of their timeouts. DeVilliers will be inbounding for Cincinnati. It's on the Cincinnati side of the floor. Crawford's got it. She's defended by Elliott. 45 seconds left to go in the ball game. Cincinnati down 1. It's 63-62 Sun Devils. Bearcats have it. Torrance got it. 20 on the shot clock. She'll drive, puts it up, and bits the Cincinnati lead. Kylie Torrance able to take the lead, and the Sun Devils will take an immediate timeout.
It is absolutely crucial for the Bearcats to get one last stop. That wins them this ball game. One stop. Excellent drive from Kylie Torrance, which she has been a quiet dominator of this game so far. 13 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist. She has been so good for just 23 minutes on the court.
Yeah, Torrance, when she's in, she has played a huge role on this team. She leads the team in rebounds there with 9, is a close second with points with 13, only behind DeVilliers with 15, and obviously DeVilliers has been one of the big scorers that we've seen in this game, and she has made her presence known.
Kylie Torrance, she only averages 24 minutes a night, yet she's well above her average in points. She averages just under a skosh of 9. She averages 7.6. She's been playing above her capacity, and with her limited minutes, she's been making a difference in this game.
It is Arizona State ball, immediate inbound. Poe tries to get it. Very nice defense played by Cardin. Now on the opposite side of the paint, Ramaya Bird trying to go up and defend, but a foul was called on her.
Cardin with a great defensive effort, standing straight up. Can't quite get the ball over her. Falls to the other side, and the Bearcats commit a foul, which is just about the worst thing that can happen for the Bearcats.
Yeah, definitely not ideal. So Brackens will go to the line. Some big free throws here. First one will tie, second one could take a lead.
And you hear the crowd start to ignite.
And oh my goodness, Brackens just missed her first free throw, and so the best that Arizona State can do right now is tie the game.
And you gotta think, does this half-empty crowd have an effect on Bracken's free throw here?
Brackens takes a deep breath, preparing for her second free throw. This shot is up. That one's good. It's a tie ball game. It's 64-64. Cincinnati will take yet another timeout, and both teams still going just point for point. I mean, it's been that way for the entire fourth quarter, and you can't ask for a better game than this.
Oh, no, not at all. And especially with this limited crowd, they've been getting loud.
Absolutely. I mean, this crowd has been great. Right now, everybody's standing up. They're pumping it up, as they say here in Cincinnati. Everybody is thrilled to be here. I mean, what a game it's been.
An absolute thriller that could go either way here with just 30 seconds remaining on the clock.
Yeah, still down the stretch here. It seems to be a lot of basketball left to play. I mean, this last 2 minutes has taken an eternity with both teams going point for point and then timeout for timeout after that. Something to watch. So Cincinnati is out of timeouts. This one from Katrina Merriweather is their last one. The Sun Devils still actually have 2 left, so that could be to their advantage.
That's great job from Molly Miller saving those timeouts. They might prove crucial in the last half minute of this game.
The Sun Devils are ready. They've already broken their huddle. Cincinnati taking their sweet time here.
You got to think, how much of that is a Merriweather pep talk and how much of that is drawing up the plays?
Yeah, you got to think you're kind of at the point in the game where it's, you know, you just got to tell your team, hey, this is the last 30 seconds. This is what you prepare for. You know, lay it all out there. Don't have any regrets.
Don't leave anything on the court.
So DeVilliers will be inbounding for Cincinnati. It's a tie ball game, 64-64, 33.8 left to go, 3.8 second shot clock, game clock discrepancy. DeVilliers looking to get the ball in, trying to find somebody. DeVilliers still looking for an option, gets it into Torrance, dangerous, and Torrance loses the ball. That's a turnover. She tried to throw it off the legs of an Arizona State defender, but she missed, and they were able to take over. So the Sun Devils now have the ball. Tides have changed quickly. Jackson trying to make a stab at the ball, and now the Sun Devils will take a timeout. And if that's Cincinnati, that's not what you wanted.
That's just about the worst thing that could happen for Cincinnati. Oh my gosh. I mean, you got to hand it to Arizona State. They were playing watertight defense. I'm not sure any team in college basketball could have broken that.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure that any team could either. I mean, and this is what they've been doing all game. They have made it so hard for Cincinnati to inbound the ball. We've seen a 5-second violation. Merriweather had to take a timeout earlier to prevent a 5-second violation. And now, I mean, in one of arguably the biggest moment of the game, this beautiful defense from the Sun Devils steps up and forces a Cincinnati turnover. And now Sun Devils with a chance to take the lead. I mean, they cannot hold it for the last shot. Shot clock says 17, game clock says 19. So about a 2-second difference. But you gotta imagine they're gonna try to burn as much of that as possible.
Yeah. They obviously want to get a shot off, but they want to prevent the Bearcats from having any time to get a possible buzzer beater shot off. And the music has definitely gotten louder, trying to prevent the Sun Devils from making any sort of coherent play in the huddle.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I hear Soulja Boy just in my ears through my headphones. And definitely the crowd DJ here trying to make it tough for the Sun Devils. Like you said, disrupt that huddle. We will see what they try to draw up here, see if they can get a game-winning play.
The crowd has certainly quieted down. They're all, you can tell, they are all stressed. They are all anxious to see how this one is going to play out.
Brackens will be looking to inbound for the Sun Devils. She'll do so quickly, gets it into Williams. 14 seconds on the shot clock, 15 on the game clock. Williams just holding it. Sun Devils want the last shot. Williams takes it, far side of the floor, gets it past to Brackens. Now to Elliott. Elliott outer arc. Defender right is DeVilliers. DeVilliers with the steal, going the other way. DeVilliers puts it up.
Joya Crawford! Joya Crawford!
Oh my goodness. Kalia DeVilliers. What a moment to step up in the ball game. The Bearcats have taken the lead, 66-64. There's 2 seconds left on the game clock, and my goodness, what a turn of events.
Joya Crawford. Oh my gosh. I am speechless. Joya Crawford explodes for the steal and then the breakaway bucket. What a game. 2 seconds remain on the shot clock. Arizona State still gets a chance to either tie or win.
My goodness, what a moment to step up.
Joya Crawford, just her 6th points of the night. Some heroism from Joya Crawford.
2 seconds left. Arizona State Sun Devils have the ball on their side of the floor.
Brackens.
They'll loft up a three. It's no good. The shot falls. It is an air ball from McKenna Brackens. And the Bearcats will take the victory, as hard fought as it gets.
That's why they call them the Cardiac Cats. They stuck in this game. They kept with them. And then in the last moments, they pulled it out. Oh my gosh.
Wow, the final here from Cincinnati is 66-64 Bearcats, and just winning on an absolute stunner there.
Joya Crawford comes up absolutely massive for the Bearcats.
Quite the finish there here from Cincinnati. We do want to thank you for joining us here on Bearcast Sports Radio. Definitely a good one on this snowy, cold January afternoon. Once again, just thank you for joining us. This was Colin Kunz and Miles Essenpreis. We're signing off.